It's me. First of all, I want to congratulate Chris on his award. He's featured on my school weekly this week with a lot more hair. I didn't recognize you when I saw you. Secondly, it's interesting to hear some of the comments because they don't go to the question of being a constitutional person in America. They certainly go to the politics of class in Baltimore City. The endless conversation about city, poly, Western, the arts versus the other schools. My definition of a good school doesn't end with the test scores of the students who go in. It certainly looks at the test scores of the students who go out, but very much in reference to how they started. I look at growth. We have schools in Baltimore City that have great challenges, that move students, that work very hard to move students, and they go beyond the 4 schools that everybody talks about. Thirdly, the question about the conditions of the schools, the physical conditions of the schools. We know we have extraordinary challenges. In September, if somebody had asked me what I would have wanted for the schools, I would have said I want air conditioning for all the schools. Because every day I was getting a call about a school being too hot. And right now I think I'm going to want heating, by the way, in the next month. But that is something that is, at some level, it's beyond the immediate control. It's very much within the political long-term control. If we all come together to push certain things, the average age of a school in this system is 60 years, and it would take $1 billion to fix the schools. However, what happens in a school in terms of teaching and learning every single day, what happens in a classroom, it's about a principal, a teacher, students, the subject, and the parents and community, and what they together bring to a school. It goes beyond the physical condition of the schools. So, the one comment that Dr. Moses made that I disagree with is this question, and that it's going to take more than Baltimore City. And I agree with my friend the president when he said that at some level it cannot be about the government handing us the solution. It's about leadership, and the leadership that we all bring. That's how we're going to fix the schools in Baltimore City. We all need a plan of action, both in the short and the long term. And the shortest distance between 2 lines, for me, is 192 great school leaders. Because the school leader is going to make sure that there is empowerment in the classroom and in the community, both for the students, the teachers, and the parents. If I cannot find 192 school leaders, we will not be successful regardless of the money that we might be getting from elsewhere. So at some level, the immediate steps, which is about recognizing capacity and ensuring that people do respect the intelligence that everyone in a school brings. And if the commitment and the effort is not there, they take the steps necessary so that everybody in a school is about the adequate education of a child. That's the work at some level. Finally, in regards to the fundamental question, very much so, and you heard me testify about this 2-3 weeks ago in Annapolis. I believe that the children of the city are entitled to an adequate education, that the schools have been underfunded, that years of neglect cannot be erased with 5 years of increased state funding, and that there's a lot of work to be done, both in terms of what the state needs to do and what the city needs to do to support the schools. But regardless of what happens in terms of funding moving forward, and the challenges might be great when we face a $50 million shortfall in the next year. We need to be about excellence, and it needs to be about adults working together with students in order to make sure that we move towards better schools. That's a non-negotiable, just like the education of every single student in this city should be a non-negotiable.
All right, thank you.